Welcome to another episode of Science Heroes, where we bring you stories of amazing heroes from different branches of STEAM. And today we have Dr.Babita Paudel with us, who is a founder, research director, and head at the Center for Natural and Applied Sciences, Kathmandu, Nepal. Her research area is the natural product chemistry of medicinal plants and microorganisms. She has published numerous research papers and patents. She completed her Ph.D. in 2009 from Soonchunhyang University, South Korea. She received a Georg Forster Postdoctoral Fellowship from Alexander von Humboldt Foundation, Germany, to conduct her research at Gottingen University, Germany in 2010. She worked at Korea Polar Research Institute, South Korea for 2 years as a postdoctoral researcher from 2011 to 2013. She is actively working on various projects supported by University Grant Commission and Tribhuvan University, Nepal. Along with her research activities, she is actively involved in the capacity building of female researchers in the STEM field in Nepal. In 2022, she received the prestigious Humboldt Alumni Award from the Alexander von Humboldt Foundation, Germany, on the project Capacity Building of Female Researchers of the STEM field through networking to reduce the gender gap in Nepal. Similarly, she has received various national awards including Nepal Vidya Bhushan Co-Award from the Ministry of Education, Government of Nepal. Let's get started with the video and get inspired with her amazing story.
Namaste, this is Babita Paudel from Nepal. Currently, I am working as a head and a research director in the Center for Natural and Applied Sciences, Kathmandu, capital city of Nepal. My area of research is natural product chemistry, and currently I am working in high altitude bacteria, especially in actinomycetes and medicinal plants, where we are trying to discover or isolate new drugs that might be useful for various diseases such as anti-cancer, antibacterial and anti-diabetes. Such type of research currently I am doing in collaboration with Tribhuvan University, Department of Botany. I completed my masters from Tribhuvan University from the Central Department of Botany, where I am giving this interview. Currently, during my master's program, I conducted some research in medicinal plants of Nepal related to ethnobotany, and after my master's, immediately I got an wonderful opportunity from South Korea to pursue my PhD in 2006. This university name is Soonchunhyang University, and in 2009 I completed my PhD in lichens from Antarctica, particularly focus on these plants found in Antarctica, that is moss, lichen, and even in bacteria also. During that time I worked on various biological activities of plants from that area. And major milestone was I isolated one compound during my PhD. That name is Ramalin, which was a novel compound, and that was an antioxidant compound. And that compound later we patent, and I had this US patent of my PhD research work. And later with that patent we were able to sell. We were able to sell to the LG company, South Korea, and later that company commercialized that compound as in a cosmetics cream. That was my major achievements of research during my PhD. That was my research area. And similarly, I also and my group during that time isolated various these antibacterial compounds, anti-diabetes compounds. So that type of research I am focusing. Even nowadays also I am focusing that knowledge in my own country and using our own country resource, that is medicinal plants and bacteria. And after this PhD, I immediately got a very wonderful opportunity to do my postdoctoral fellowship in Germany, and I got a Humboldt fellowship from Alexander von Humboldt Foundation, Germany, and I did my postdoctoral researcher in University of Gottingen under that fellowship. And during that time also I worked on and my project was isolation of various useful metabolites from lichens of Nepal. Actually, I got that I got opportunity to work on lichens of Nepal during my postdoctoral fellowship also. So I spent 2 years in Germany, in University of Gottingen in the Department of Organic Chemistry. And after completion of postdoctoral fellowship in Germany, and again I came back to South Korea in the Korea Polar Research Institute. So I spent there for 3 years and I did my postdoctoral fellowship in South Korea. During that time also I worked on these various plants of Antarctica and Mongolia, even in Nepal also. I did my research on this bioactive metabolites. So that type of research I was doing during the South Korea. And at the end of 2013, we back to Nepal. I wanted to apply that knowledge of research to my home country. We came back to Nepal at the end of 2013 with my family. I have 2 sons. So we back to Nepal, and at that time when I back to Nepal, I got 2 grants from one grants from International Foundation for Science, Sweden-based foundation. At that time I got that my research project was isolation of various useful compounds from Nepalese lichen at that time. So I got that grant in 2014. And similarly, another grant I got from the World Academy of Science Italy related to microbiology research. So with those research I was busy for some years, and another year I got support from Alexander von Humboldt Foundation to conduct my research. By getting supports from various international foundation, even from Nepal, this university, I am affiliated with University Grant Commission projects and Tribhuvan University Grant Tribhuvan University projects related to working as a QI. So I am busy on such type of research activity. And besides my research activity, I am equally involved in this empowering more girls and women in STEM because it is not only the issue of developing country, it is the big issue of even developed country also. Globally, if you look the data, globally only 30% of women are working as a researcher in the field of STEM. But when we talk about our country, especially in South Asia, in Nepal, this data is really disappointing, I can say. According to UNESCO, only 7.8% of women are working as a researcher in the field of STEM in Nepal. And with those data and with this scenario, it touched me a lot. I was thinking to do something to work for women or girls. So since last 2 years, I am contributing my time on this field also. So equally, I am empowering girls, women in STEM. And luckily, I got one Humboldt Alumni Award in 2022. From Alexander von Humboldt Foundation for the project of this capacity building of women in STEM field in Nepal. So on that project, I am doing various capacity building activities such as how to write a good research proposal, how to explore opportunity, and how to write a paper, and such type of various activities, and how can we inspire more girls or women in STEM, that type of activity. In Nepal, there are 7 provinces. So we are reaching, and I am reaching to every province to empower them. So such type of activity I am doing with my team, physically as well as virtually also. In 2022, I got an award from this Nepal Academy of Science as a Women in STEM award. That also encouraged me a lot to do such type of activity. Currently, I am also working as a Humboldt Ambassador Scientist of Alexander von Humboldt Foundation because I am a Humboldt alumni, and this Humboldt Foundation appoints this Humboldt scientist in every country. And last year they appointed me for 3 years. So I am working on as an ambassador scientist to that foundation also. This is my research activity and empowering girls and women. These days I am devoting my 50% of time to empower girls and women in STEM in Nepal. Yeah. In future also I will continue such activity. I will not stop. So I will balance my this research work and those activities parallelly. That I would like to say, yes.
So, as a kid in high school, what sparked your interest in studying science?
To study science and to do PhD was my dream when I was in high school, and I was not very top level of student. I was not very bad, not very this top level student, but I was in this middle range. Science was my always dream. When I was in high school, I was always thinking to pursue my this higher study and PhD. Doing PhD was my dream at that time. At that time also it was very hard to find science teacher, female science teacher. Even we go to this university also there are quite less number of science teacher and professor, and that actually taught me a lot, and I was always inspired by only few very few numbers of this science leader, I can say, or teacher or professor. So that also I think attracted me to conduct my research and conduct my this to carry my profession on this field. I think that was the reason, and that was my always dream, and I think my parents also played a very good role. So they always inspired me to conduct or pursue my higher study in science.
So, what was your major during your bachelor's degree, and also tell us about a little bit about your research during your undergraduate degree?
Okay, during my bachelor's degree, my major was biology. That includes chemistry, botany, and zoology. At that time, there was not a trend of doing very good research during bachelor. And nowadays, we can see very young students, and even in bachelor fourth year, we need to do this project work, even a mini thesis, we can say. A mini type of research they are doing, but at that time we did not get good opportunity in research. Luckily, during the end of this semester, bachelor semester, I did one mini project, I can say, related to ethnobotany. That research, what are the ethnobotany regarding the medicinal plants of Nepal, that type of research. But that was very short type of research. I did during my bachelor. And in masters also my major was botany, because I always love these botany plants and their relation to humans, or the useful things they are giving to humans. That always attracted me. So I went for botany during my masters, and during that time also and my major was biotechnology and this genetics. I took that type of subject, and I did my research related to this medicinal phytochemistry and medicinal plants of Nepal. That type of research I conducted during my masters.
Now let's move towards the PhD in South Korea. What was the research area, and how did you end up going to South Korea? Like, how did you decide that you will go to South Korea for your PhD?
After my masters, immediately I got an opportunity from South Korea. So I applied for that opportunity, and luckily I got this scholarship in the Soonchunhyang University. Though I enrolled in Soonchunhyang University, my this research work I did in almost my all research I did in Korea Polar Research Institute, that is based in Incheon. So during my this PhD, I did my work in lichen from this Antarctica region. From that lichen, I tried to isolate very useful these bioactive compounds. As I mentioned previous, also that from that lichen, I isolated one new compound. I got a US patent, and later that compound, CLG company from South Korea commercialized that compound, and they designed one cosmetics products in South Korea. That type of research I did during my PhD. Yeah.
Did you also publish some paper based on that research?
Yes, I have many papers during my PhD. I have one Korean patent, one US patent. So yeah, I publish in various good international journals. Yes.
Now let's move to the post-doctoral research in Korea and also in Germany. Little bit about that research. Little bit more in depth about the research.
This after my PhD, I got I applied for this fellowship in Germany, and in Alexander von Humboldt Foundation, which is very prestigious fellowship. From that fellowship till now, there are total 58 or 59 Nobel laureates are there. So that I am always proud to be a Humboldtian. I did my postdoctoral fellowship in University of Gottingen in the Department of Organic Chemistry. At that time, I got a chance to work on the Nepalese lichen and what are the useful compounds, what are the useful metabolites, what are the useful compounds we can find from that those Nepalese lichens from high altitude region, so that especially on mountainous region. So my research was basically on the Nepalese lichen and what are the useful things we can achieve, we can get from those lichens. Yes, and after completion of my this Humboldt fellowship from Germany, and again I came back to the Korea in the same institute, that is Korea Polar Research Institute. And during that time also I got an opportunity to work on the various plants from Antarctica and this, some microorganisms from Arctic region and plants from Mongolia, this Gobi desert. And even at that time I was we were working on Nepalese these medicinal plants and lichen also. So that type of activity I did during my postdoctoral fellowship in South Korea.
So after completing postdoctoral fellowship, you started your own institute here, right? So tell us more about that institute and the type of research you do here.
Yes, after at the end of 2013, we came back to Nepal, and I engaged with various institution organization during my preliminary phase. But later I and my group we formed one institution, Center for Natural and Applied Sciences, and I worked there, and we have a very big team there, and we are basically working on the same research what I did abroad, and that is this medicinal plants of Nepal, and this microorganisms from high altitude of Nepal, and this lichen, that type of research we are doing. And currently I am working as a head on that institute. Now we have these two projects, and one project is we are working on this high altitude this actinomycetes bacteria, because they are very good source of antibiotic, because very less research has been conducted. We are working on actinomycetes, and in actinomycetes also we are basically working on rare actinomycetes. Why we were interested on this research? Because very less research has been conducted on such type of research, especially on actinomycetes of Nepal. So we designed that proposal and we submitted to University Grant Commission. I am working as a QI on that project, and we are focusing on this isolation of that type of rare actinomycetes from the soil samples of Annapurna Base Camp region and this Everest Base Camp region. And I also been to Annapurna Base Camp region for 10 days of this trek to collect more than 250 soil sample. Yes, that type of research we are doing here. And beside that, we are also doing we have another project. I am working as a QI in collaboration with Tribhuvan University, Department of Botany, and that is a nutraceutical value of wild edible fruits of Nepal. Because the wild edible fruits are always neglected research in Nepal, but people are using those type of wild edible fruits for treatment of various diseases such as anti-diabetes, anti-cancer, antioxidant. So we are trying to validate that knowledge, whether that knowledge is true or not. So we are particularly focusing on the western part of the Nepal. So we are doing various biological activity essay, and later we are also trying to estimate how much vitamins, what are the vitamins we can found there, what are the minerals, what are the sugar content. So that type of nutraceutical value, we are trying to do this nutraceutical values of wild fruits of Nepal, and later, so that later we can commercialize on such type of research. So that type of research also we are doing. Last year I got one grant from this Alexander von Humboldt Foundation to conduct research on high altitude actinomycetes. So basically such type of research I am doing these days. Yes.
From your words, I see that you are really a busy researcher. So how do you balance your work life and also your family? What do you do during the leisure time normally?
Yes, that question is quite relevant to every woman, I can say, and that is challenging also. Because of that, many women are compelled to leave their job and their interest in STEM. Because if we look data, especially I would like to talk this data of my country. Girls enrollment in STEM education in bachelor up to bachelor level, master's level is quite good. But if we go this in higher position in PhD and this in this research field, academia field, this data is getting down. So that is a major challenge for women to balance work life, right? Work and this research or academic life. But I can say I am very lucky on that issue, and my husband and I am working on the same field, and we have two sons. So we both are supporting each other. We are taking equal responsibility for home and research. So that type of scenario or that type of situation is helping me to grow. So we both are actually balancing family life and work life. Yes.
And in free time, do you meditate or go for walk, or do you have that kind of activities?
During my free time, I always love to go for hiking, trekking, because I am a botanist. So I always love nature, plants, and my project also these days is more focusing on field work. So I always love to go with my family, with this young researcher, with girls who are working in his team. We are going for hiking, trekking, and such type of activities I am doing during my this leisure time. Yes.
So you have research experience in Nepal, in South Korea, and even in Germany. So what differences do you find in the lab, like equipments and facilities in this country?
Yeah, this is really a hard question. I have to say, and we have to accept, because it is very difficult. Science doing research is always expensive, I can say. We need to spend more money. Government should spend more money. Developing country like Nepal, we have a very less priority on science and research. For researcher like us, it is very challenging. If we go to the developed country, there are very high facility of research, equipment, and professors are getting various high amount grants. No? There is cutting edge research is possible there, but I don't like to compare with this South Korea and Germany with my nation. We are trying to do best. We are advocating to government for funding. Now scenario is getting changed. Now University Grant Commission is spending a lot of money, and this Tribhuvan University and other local organization also. Now it is getting attention. So let us hope we will reach on that stage one day. I am always optimistic. Yes.
Now let's talk about the social media, like outreach activities that you are currently doing in Facebook, in LinkedIn, and also doing some webinars every week, I think. Yeah, let's talk about that to empower girls and women in science.
Yeah, besides research, I am equally giving my time to empower girls and women in STEM, because in context of Nepal, only 7.8% of women are working in the field of science. So we have to do a lot of things to empower them, encourage them, motivate them, and to inspire them. So I am trying to do from my side and this I am reaching to every province to empower. We are doing lot of physical and virtual activities. We are doing lot of webinars also related to this proposal writing and various opportunities we are doing, and I am very active in Facebook and LinkedIn, and I have my profile there. And beside that, we have one group in Facebook, that is Women in STEM group, Women in STEM Nepal. Till now we have 2K, right? 2K members there. Every day we are posting this various useful information, that is that might be various opportunities, national opportunities, international opportunities, and this capacity building related activities we are posting, and our group are doing such type of activities to, that is also one type of empowerment. We are trying to disseminate knowledge, information to various group around the Nepal. And beside that, I have created one group in LinkedIn also, Women in STEM Club Nepal. There also we are doing same type of activity, posting these various opportunities and conducting various this capacity building activities, such type of activities also. So if you would like to connect with those group, please go through this description links provided in the video. Yes.
Now, what is your message to the girls and women who would like to follow the similar career path like yours in the future?
So I would like to give a message about, you should be always proactive. You should be always proactive, look to the role models, and you should have always a dream. So follow that dream, work hard and be proactive, and look to the role models. And beside that, so try to begin your networking in your field with for example, researcher, professor, and other as early as possible. Always try to network, not at the end of your degree, just beginning of the degree. Then you will achieve your goals and dream on time.
Anything you would like to share in the end that I missed to ask you?
Not really. You asked a lot of things, and thank you so much, Divyaji, for these wonderful opportunities. And I am always proud of you, because you are also empowering lot of, because I am looking your videos, and you uploaded it in Facebook, and you are also sharing lot of information in your LinkedIn, and you have lot of followers in Twitter. We need to inspire, we need to support, and we need to motivate each other. And then we can reach to the goal. And thank you, Divyaji, for your support and this encouragement to the young girls. Yes.